Hi, thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. And this little active kitty here with me is Polly. Polly just came into us as a stray, so she will be available for adoption in just a few days. We want to give time for an owner to come forward for her. Although we know, unfortunately, with kittens, it's probably not very likely. She definitely has been with somebody, though. She's very social, very playful. She's getting ready to jump down here, and I don't want that to happen. So, but she's probably about a 8 to 10 week old kitten. I'm going to actually be quiet for just a second and see if you can hear her purr. She's quite the purr monster here. So this is Polly, again 8 to 10 weeks old. She will be spayed before she goes to her new forever home, but a very playful kitten. And of course, we want to make sure that all of the pets that are adopted from the Ames Animal Shelter get adopted into indoor-only homes. It's just not safe out there for a kitty this size. And of course, with the weather here in Iowa, the extreme heat in the summer and the cold in the winter that's upon us, it's just not safe for them to be outside, really dangerous for them. And she does have all of her claws, and of course, we want to make sure that she keeps them. That's how she was made, and we want to make sure she stays that way. You can make sure you're providing her with appropriate things to scratch in your home to prevent her from scratching on things that she couldn't. The shelter also provides free nail trims for life on any cat that's adopted here from the shelter. Again, that's part of our stance on not declawing cats, because we don't believe that that's an appropriate measure to take for such a beautiful critter like this one here. So if you're interested in Polly, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd love to introduce her to your family. And our next shelter guest today is Eve. We believe that Eve is Polly's sister, the one that you just saw. They came in at the same time together, and they're about the same age. So they're probably siblings. Eve is a girl, and again, 8 to 10 weeks old. She will also be spayed before she goes to her new home. So everything that we said about Polly is going to apply to Eve here. She's definitely very playful. She seems a little bit more reserved and a little bit more scared here with the cameras and the lights than Polly was. But she just wants to go down. I think she sees some toys down there she wants to go play with. But beautiful tabby here. She's got some beautiful brown eyes. And if you're interested in meeting her, and we can also, if you would consider adopting Polly and Eve together, we would be happy to send them home together so they could be lifelong sisters and live together in the same home. So if you're interested in adopting Polly or Eve, come on down to the Ames shelter. And our next guest today is Dana. Dana is this beautiful bunny that came in here to us. She came in as a stray, so it's unfortunate, but it looks like somebody may have turned her loose. People have to understand that wild bunnies are not the same as these domesticated bunnies, so turning them loose is not a safe thing for them. There's actually a very nice poster that the House Rabbit Society has on their website, which is rabbit.org, and it says turning them free doesn't make them free, it makes them food. So something to keep in mind. We don't want something like that to happen to poor Dana here, or any of the rabbits that come into the shelter. Rabbits do have very special needs, and as I always mention with rabbits, always want our adopters to consider looking on rabbit.org. There's lots of information about having a bunny. Their special diets, the type of care you need to provide them, the housing areas that they need to be in. Very, very special creatures, so we want to make sure that they're given the proper care that they deserve. So if you're interested in learning more about the rabbits, again, look at rabbit.org. Also come down here to the shelter. We have staff here that are very experienced with rabbits, and be happy to talk to you about having a pet rabbit and see what it's like. And I saved the best for last. This is Annika. Annika has been with us for about 2 months now. As you can tell, she is just such an adorable cat. She loves to give hugs. She came into us in pretty bad shape. She actually had a very serious upper respiratory condition. and has taken quite a while to heal. She's had quite a few visits to the vet, but now she's definitely on the road to recovery. She's had several rounds of antibiotics, and even after all this, after us forcing medication down her and getting her healthy to where she can get adopted, she is still just such a sweet cat. Definitely one of the favorites that we have here. As I said, she just loves to give these hugs. I'm not making her do this, really. But just such a sweet cat, and I think would really, I'm sure she's going to sell herself here. She is a very special kitty to us because when she first came in, we were not sure that she was going to make it. And as you can just see her here, her behavior is just one of the sweetest cats that I've seen here since, okay, now she's chewing on my chin. Just one of the sweetest cats that we've had here in a very long time. So why don't you show them, show them the good side. Over here, turn around. There you go. Show me your pretty face. So this is Annika. Again, she's been with us for several months, so we've become quite attached to her and saw her through, and glad that she's doing so well now. So if you're interested in meeting her, we are taking applications on her. We're going to wait until she finishes her last treatment before we can send her home. But we are accepting applications and would be happy to introduce you to her. She's already spayed. She is a young cat. We're thinking that she's about under a year of age. So very sweet cat. Doesn't want to do anything but hug you and just sit there and get kisses, huh? So if you're interested in Annika, come on down to the Ames shelter. We'd be happy to introduce you to her. Thank you for tuning in to watch this episode of Animals and Names. We appreciate all the support that we get from our adopters and people that come in to visit the pets. Remember, that was just a small sampling of the animals that we have available for adoption. Some of the other pets that we've had on previous shows are still here for adoption. Bo and Joe, the two 9-year-old Shih Tzus that are available for adoption that need to be adopted together, are still here. We have Oprah the rabbit. You've seen her on a previous show. She's still waiting for her forever home. So come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd love to show you some of the pets that we have here available for adoption. And make sure to check us out on Facebook. Share it with your friends, your family. The more people we see that see the animals here at the shelter, the more adoptions we're going to be able to get. Thanks for watching.